We want to thank you guys, man, for helping us get to 1 million subscribers.
Thank you.
We appreciate your love and support. Keep clicking that follow button and help us to get to 5 million. YouTube, we appreciate y'all.
Appreciate y'all. Welcome back, All the Smoke, coming to you from Dallas. Man, we got somebody who is obviously a legend in the comedic space, but you know, someone we've been chasing down for a minute.
I've been trying to talk to him for a while now. Because one of the funniest jokes told about me came from him.
I seen that.
So
I
I never got a chance to talk to him about it, so we're gonna get to that.
You just went up and started swinging for no reason. Hey, welcome to the show, the legendary Cedric the Entertainer.
What up, God? What's up, dog?
What's up,
baby?
Thank you for being here.
What up, baby?
Appreciate you. So you got the travel buddy, you got Ray with you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Got right
Them dudes
over
are
there.
brothers separated at birth, man.
Yeah.
You said, you see Ray. Said, what's going on, man? How's life? Any new projects you're working on right now?
Man, yeah, I got a lot of stuff popping, man. I got like the 7th season of The Neighborhood that I'm on. So this show has been on CBS for 7 seasons, rare air for TV shows, produce it, star in it. Then I'm also producing a show for Tracy Morgan on for Paramount Plus called Crutch. That'll come on in the spring. So really building my production company a lot of TV show. Got the show called Johnson that's on Hulu right now that we shot for Bounce. That's in season 4. So, you know, just steady, really growing the production company.
How long you been on the producer side?
Very early on in my career, like, you know, I started producing movies, Johnson Family Vacation, you know, Codename the Cleaner, all those movies. And so then from television side, once I left, I did a show called Cedric the Entertainer Presents. It was like a sketch show before, like Chappelle, them and all that. And then Soul Man with Niecy Nash and now The Neighborhood. So
I wish you would have kept doing Cedric the Entertainer Presents.
that was one of my favorites right there, man.
Yeah, that was classic.
You know, in sketch
Seeing you in
comedy.
different characters and all that, yeah, it was dope.
I had the Chef Reverend. I had we had a bunch of little fun characters on there. But thing about sketch comedy, man, you gotta be able to have a second season. Like a lot of times you just don't have that opportunity. We were on Foxx. That was early on, and they had just got American Idol or something like that, and that show was out there. And so then our show just kind of fell in the shadows or something like that. They started putting that on like every night.
So nearly 40 years in the game.
Yeah.
At this point, what still drives you? What still clicks inside?
I mean, you know, it was interesting. I think we was in here, that was on the shirts. My man talk about like when you like a legend at something and you do it, it's still in you no matter what. Like, you know, the idea of like being the best at it, like that's not really the motivation. But the fact is that you know that you could do it at a high level. So you wake up really wanting to just do that part. Like, you know, like I'm not here to compete with nobody, but I know that I know how to do this. So I just get up and enjoy that aspect of entertaining, you know what I'm saying? So I love creating, I love putting people on. So, you know, with the ability of being able to produce, I'm able to put on like a lot of comics as writers and get them some real money. Like, you know, like you can be a stand-up and be great, but you know, if I show you these writing checks, you will be like, well, thank you, sir.
Yeah,
like
right.
I bought a house, you know what I mean? So we've been able to do those kind of things, and that's the thing I really, really started to enjoy the most at this stage of my career. And at the same time, man, I still like to go on stage. I got a residency in Vegas with Tony Braxton that we do
that's right.
at the Cosmo. So I'm able to get up on stage and still rock, you know, and entertain at a big high level. And then at the same time do the TV show. So that's what I love, man. Just the idea, like waking up, being creative, and just being a part of the whole circle of life of it, what's going on. Anything that's popping up, YBL, EYBL, like I found these guys. I'm like, all right, what's up?
Some eligibility left.
Let's find us TV show in this.
Yeah, I mean, I love your versatility though, from where you started to where you're at now.
Yeah.
When did you know in the comic space that you had kind of not only made it, but you had the ability to cross over and start doing more than just stand up?
Man, it probably had to go back to the Bud Light commercials. Like, you know, so it was interesting back in, I guess this was late 90s, early 2000s, I was trying to do Budweiser was headquartered in St. Louis. I was trying to get some money to just do a tour, like with some people. I saw somebody, a country singer with a tour bus with his face wrapped on it. That's all I wanted. So I was like, I'm gonna go to Bud Light and see if they'll do this Bud Light tour so I can have a tour bus with my face on it. And then they did that, and then offered me the commercials. And so I did a Super Bowl commercial, the one where I shake up the beers and the girls.
Oh, that's right.
And
Man,
it
that was
won.
a
It
long
won like the
time
Super
ago.
Bowl. Yeah, a long time ago, but it
Man.
won. And then you crossed. You wake up the next day and it's like you walking through the airport and a whole nother fan base. Like, yo, boy, shake up the beers, ain't you? I tell you what, boy, you get to shaking them goddamn beers up. Hey, man, what's your name, Cedric?
Cedric.
So, but you realize it's a whole new fan base, and so that's when you kind of because we take great pride. Like I was the host of Comic View, so I became black famous before I was famous with other people like in the hood because I was the host of Comic View and I was on every night. Even in Hollywood standards, I was way more famous, like in Dallas down here, Houston, than anybody would knew me out there before I hit. So I would go in meetings and, people wouldn't know who I was at all. And, but I came with this kind of like, this kind of sense of grandeur from the assistants and the secretaries. Everybody like, why are they so excited to see you? That was like early day. That been like before like how people are about YouTube stars now. Like, as adults, we like, I don't know who that person is.
But if you know, you know.
But if you know, you like,
Yeah,
that's
him.
He on that one. He on something right now. So that's what it was. So I think that, from there, I recognized it and then just kept staying on my hustle like that. I always kind of also been very outside the business. Me and my partner, Eric Rohn, we've been together like my whole career, 40 years, and we kind of operate in the agency situation, but we never really like tried to be like in the inner circles of people and just kind of like walk around. So what I'm saying is I wasn't at no Diddy parties. One party, guys.
Just one
party.
Just
and,
one.
I mean, my lawyer's dealing with that.
Yeah.
Okay? Just one time.
What I'm trying to say is,
Yeah. You always get around and try to get yourself out of that shit. Like, yeah, I know y'all gonna see the picture, but no, that was at a church convention.
Yeah, I was only there for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
was there any moment in your career where you felt like you wasn't reaching your potential, you was a failure, and you almost gave up?
Oh man, I mean, it's
And you had to like shake back?
Hollywood is a place where it is ebbs and flows to it in a real way where you hot, everything popping. And let me see, I did like a couple of movies that I was really, I had ambition for. And then, many circumstances for different reasons they didn't pop, right? The movies didn't drop, and then you drop. You lose you lose the cachet.
Buzz.
And yeah, and it was gone. And it was like some shit where you trying to figure out how to get it back. And it just feel like Hollywood ain't checking for you. You just have to learn how to. Luckily, I always say for stand-ups, that's our saving grace. The fact that we can go on the stage,
Fall back.
go around anywhere in the country, around the world, and still make a living. Like we don't have to depend on, the business. So that was really the saving grace. But when you kind of hot, you got that it factor, and then you're not like getting the calls. That's a hard space to to kind of live in as a young person. So luckily, I even feel like my career started a little late though. Like I went to college, I had graduated. I didn't even really start doing comedy till I was like 27, 28, which is kind of late for people, And then I popped, in my 30s, and so I was a little mature for it and had worked in corporate. So it didn't scare me, but I definitely was shook that, what was once like this super fun private jet life was back to like, yeah, what's up? Everything that's me too. Yeah, so my man, I'm 2B. I used to be all jet life, you know what I'm saying? Like it changed. You all right? You good?
But
you realize you good?
You back to jet life though. I've been
Yeah,
on a couple of
every
bitches with
time
you.
once that one-
I've been on a couple of bitches with you. Hey, I've been on a couple of bitches with you. Yeah, that boy back to jet life, all right.
We back at it. But that is one of those things. I always tell young people that too. You just gotta enjoy the ride more than anything, like because
journey,
it is an
yeah.
ebb and flow to any, any business, when you hot, and you definitely feel like this always your spot, and you try to like, kind of respect that, but then the littlest thing can change. And so like these movies didn't hit like I thought they was, and that was it. Like, you like, damn. So you fight, you pivot, you fight, I pivot. That's when I changed to television, and it's been really a great saving grace. So, a lot of times you don't have that. With TV, you don't get, if you're not on the it show, like, whatever, 50 producing or whatever these kind of it shows, but my show been on 7 seasons. Dog. Like, it might not be everybody cup of tea, but it's CBS, top network in the world, and the checks reflect that. So.
Goddamn right.
Don't really care if you don't watch.
Fact.
Yeah. Hey, ask your grandmama about me. I bet you Nana know who I am.
Nana.
I'm good with that. Hey, you doing, Miss Johnson?
How is it working with Tichina? That's my sister.
Man.
That's my real sister. Ask her who Steegy is. I don't know who Steegy is either. That's what she called me. I don't know what that means.
She got names for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she literally one of the greatest, African-American female comedians, actors that we have. Like when you think about every show T ever been on, Pop.
She killed it.
Pop.
Yeah.
And she's such a pro, and she was such a, a lucky get for me, because like we was getting ready to cast somebody else, and they had told me she wasn't available. And some reason, just kind of waited, like 2 more days or something. And on random, like her people called me, was like, yo, I heard you still looking for a wife for your show. I was like, is she available? I was like, you don't even have to come in, that's done.
Yeah.
I called them, I was like, no, that's who I want, that's it, don't even worry about it. But she is literally one of the greatest, fun, I told her she's really stylish, man. Like a lot of people don't
she fly.
don't know that she be fly because she just always be on TV most of the time you see her, but she one of the most stylish people in the business, and just a great person, great human being, man. So it's been a blessing to have her around.
The homie,
That's the homie.
Yeah.
Did you ever sacrifice the bag for authenticity?
A couple of times, probably one of the greatest ones I would say would have been for a barbershop was the first barbershop. I had an opportunity, again, I was in the heyday, I had an opportunity to do a bigger movie with a bigger check to it. But the character in barbershop was somebody that I knew, saw, felt like this message needed to be said, like, and actually playing that old man was a character choice. Like, it was so many things that movie, like, to your point where I went for the authenticity over the other choice, because it was more money offered. That role was a small role at first. It definitely didn't have the same money on it. Nobody wanted me to be the old man. And I was like, no, I know this character. I know exactly who he is. And so it was like one of these opportunities, and it changed my life. Like that movie from the first barbershop went from, like a, 4-digit number to, by the time they did 2, it was like 7 digits. It was like a whole move. Like it was like, damn, just by making that pick, it changed to everything. And so I really appreciated that kind of choice at the time, not knowing that's what it was, but the fact that I had the kind of integrity at that moment in my life. That's a hindsight kind of thing, right? Where you go like, damn, I don't know if I was thinking like that, but I do know that I much rather had done that movie than the big movie.
Yeah.
Like I was just like, no, I'm gonna make this choice. And I remember my agents and everybody like, come on. Come on. This is a blockbuster. I was like, I don't know. I don't see it. When you read it, you like, it don't feel real. Like, I don't like this.
Hey, I'm Lalo Brown. Nice to meet you, Low Blow.
That's right.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Did you ad-lib the pool scene when you stepping in the pool?
Oh yeah. Oh,
I knew that wasn't in the script.
Oh yeah, Johnson Family. Yeah. Oh, that was funny because
No.
That's
when you outside arguing with Queen Latifah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, barbershop too.
And you was outside because it was hot and you had your feet.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
What's better than watching football and basketball on the weekend? Watching it with DraftKings Sportsbook app in your hand. Our partners over at DraftKings are hooking up all new customers who bet $5 with $150 instantly in bonus bets. So download the app now. New customers use promo code SMOKE and bet just $5 and get $150 instantly in bonus bets. That's promo code SMOKE, only at DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. Between work, what we see on social media, and the many choices life throws at us, it's no wonder people are more increasingly worked up. But we don't have to let that noise ruin our chill. When life gets hectic, that's when you choose chill and get a cold Coors Light. It's mountain cold refreshment. This holiday season, forgotten ingredients don't have to ruin your dinner. Takeout and Coors Light are always a crowd pleaser. When the mountains turn blue, you know Coors Light is as cold as the Rockies and ready to drink. Holiday party fails can always turn into a great story. It doesn't matter if things go as planned when you choose chill and reach for a Coors Light. Look, traveling over the holidays is always a nightmare, especially if you got 7 kids like me. That's why I make sure I get to the airport a little early so I can kick back, choose chill with the cold Coors Light. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. Straight from Coors Brewing Company in Golden, Colorado. So make sure you choose chill this holiday season and reach for a Coors Light. To get Coors Light delivered direct to your door, visit CoorsLight.com/smoke. Or you can find them pretty much anywhere beer is sold. Also remember, celebrate responsibly. Need a break from the crowded store and endless gift lists? Restore your zen and embrace the natural power of hemp this holiday season with Via. This holiday season, unwind and recharge with Via. Via's premium THC and THC-free gummies will help you find your perfect holiday balance. Via's products are all crafted with the highest quality of hemp. Their products are sourced from trusted American farms. And the best part, Via legally ships to nearly every state in the U.S. in discreet packaging. It arrives directly at your door with a worry-free guarantee. No medical card required. And right now, Via is having a huge holiday sale. For a limited time, you can save up to 25% off site-wide plus 50% off selected items and bundles. And if you're hearing this ad post-sale, you can still use the code SMOKE for 15% off. So if you're 21 and older, check out the link in our bio for Via's website. Via hemp products range from 0 milligrams to 100 milligrams of THC. So there's something for everyone. So this holiday season, gift yourself a peace of mind. For a limited time during the holiday, Via is offering 25% off site-wide, plus up to 50% off selected items and bundles. And if you're hearing this ad post-sale, you could still use the code SMOKE for up to 15% off. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard of them. Please make sure you support our show and tell them All the Smoke sent you. This holiday season, enhance every day with Via.
Is there an MJ, Kobe, or LeBron of comedy?
Oh, MJ, Kobe, or LeBron. You know,
Who are those comedians in NBA terms?
well, definitely, you know, I mean, you gotta, you know, it's always those top dogs. Like, I mean, you know, depending on the area that you grew up in, but you know, I'm an Eddie Murphy guy. Like, we come from that whole Eddie Murphy. Now, I definitely consider Richard Pryor the king, but he also was a little bit, for me, that age before Eddie Murphy was the guy that you identified with, like more like this I guy, right?
Right.
And then, you know, then there's Martin, you know, and then Chappelle, like he's improved to be just as solid as they come, like consistently as solid. And so then there's a bunch of guys that you love after that point. Then it's just like, you know, you got your matter of taste. But, you know, but Robin Williams, there's so many people that I would throw in there. Like these guys, they them goats, you know, that can go get a joke. They can give you crazy thought, you know, George Carlin, you know, these guys, they just give you the way they presented a joke. You like, all right, them some of the best that ever done it, like for real. So, but
I saw a different side of Robin. I watched the old Richard Pryor roast.
Oh yeah,
86. Bro, they are brutal with how they talk to each other.
Dog,
They throwing all their business out there. Like, that was brutal.
Yeah.
What they were saying.
Yeah, no, them roasts right
He
there.
called Paul Mooney Miss Thing. And he said everybody on the stage knows it.
Yeah, and just died.
That was crazy.
No, that's what. Yeah, it would be that kind of humor. Yeah, no, but he was like fun, wild, and they did. They hung out together and was wilding out. So
Yeah.
the types of energy that would come out on a stage like that, I'd imagine. But yeah, you know, comedy is one of the things very subjective because you know, like they'll do the like top 50 lists.
Yeah.
Do y'all ever be like, you know, because they'll do like lists or whatever, and then you always trying to see if you own that. Well, Oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah. Ain't no real.
Ain't no real.
Who made this shit?
Yeah, you don't be trying to act like you ain't talking about yourself. You like, nigga, they ain't even got Shucky Ducky on there. Gotta act like you ain't talking about yourself.
Say Shucky Ducky. Quack, quack.
Yeah, how you gonna have a list, dog? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Shucky
Thomas
Ducky.
ain't
That
on
was
there, man.
funny, dog. That nigga really just doing that. He tell his joke and say that after every joke. Shucky Ducky, quack, quack.
Yeah. He from here. I remember him. We started together at the same time. Shuck from here.
You gotta bring your ass back up, goddamn. Shucky ducky, quack, quack.
Talk about Red Fox, one of my favorites.
Red Fox again, man, one of these guys, you know, for me coming from St. Louis, he always was branded as being the St. Louis guy. So that was also one of the people that, you know, when you come out of the city like that and then make it, you always want to be, you know, you want to have that Red Fox thing. Again, man, Sanford and Son probably the most where I knew him from, you know, and then you would hear the albums when I was younger. But, you know, cutting edge, stylish, that's what I used to love about Red Fox more. He was different than his Sanford and Son character, like on stage. That's what I always loved. That's the thing I try to emulate.
He was way
Like,
more fly on stage. Yeah,
definitely.
he wasn't no junkyard on
yeah,
stage.
with the
All
joke,
rings.
dog. He had the drip. He had the drip and the velvet jacket. You know, and we get the cigarette.
He had them same shades on like red.
Yeah,
That's the type of shades he
yeah,
wore with the orange and red tint.
Yeah.
That's where he got him
I
from.
find it very, and he had big words too. He's kind of like early Cat Williams. Yeah, I find it very, you know, precautious that he would have all these big ass words he would use and shit. That voice.
People don't know if you watch the show Sanford and Son, he was really an activist because a lot of stuff he was saying in that show,
Yeah.
like he was talking about what was going on and speaking up on black issues and stuff like. But he was making them as jokes.
Yeah.
But in the end, you know, at the end of the show, it'll all come back to all seriousness.
It makes
he did that a lot in the show.
Yeah, no, he was like that as a personality too. No nonsense when it came to the business side. It was unfortunate, like when you kind of find out like he didn't really like pass with that royalty, like with the money that he had, because he did stand up for a lot of people, like in, you know, and how to get people paid.
But even remember the story about the guy from Karate Kid.
Pat Morita, yeah.
He wrote him a check. He wrote him a nice check and helped him out at one time. So that's the type of person that Red Fox was.
Yeah, and he would do that like getting like makeup artists paid, and about people that like, especially for black shows, these people weren't even allowed in the unions at the time. And Red would be like, man, we ain't doing nothing if they ain't getting the same union money, all that stuff. So that kind of thing, you know, you wish like those kind of credentials led to you walking out the game on some royalty shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like he just unfortunate. Yeah, that exactly.
Dick Gregory.
Another Dick Gregory. So man, it's funny though because he like a guy that's like, you know, you ever been around Dick Gregory? Like he had a lot of conspiracies. Like he know a lot of information. Like so he knows so much information, but he was like again another dynamic personality that like led. Talk, but every time you saw him, you're not getting ready to get away with Dick Gregory with no small conversation. It ain't gonna be no, you know, how you doing, Dick? How I'm doing? How you doing? Think about the whole trajectory of the financial stock market at this time. You like, damn, Dick. Oh my man, I got to. But he can go on and on, but you know. He was mad at me on the barbershop movie. No, that was the only time we was like, D.L. Hewley got this one thing about, because he was like, nobody really ever talked bad about you saying, but then there's a thing on the internet where Dick Gregory was mad at me about the barbershop movie. He was like, that Cedric the Entertainer, that motherfucker. I was like, damn. But I think that just was the moment he was in, because he didn't like the Martin Luther King joke, and he didn't like
Oh, Jay did it?
Yeah, he ain't like none of that shit.
He did it.
Yeah, he didn't like the Rosa Parks part. He was mad about all that. So
He was talking about his people.
I was like, nah, this is a character, man. That's not me. The character's in it.
Seth didn't say that shit.
Yeah, like, damn, bro. He was mad at me though. That was the only thing. So it was like, DL was like, oh man, I love this. I ain't know nobody didn't like your ass.
Obviously, comedy has changed drastically over the years, and we had a discussion with Kevin Hart, how he said some of the, you know, the Eddies and some of those guys from back then probably couldn't survive because of the way they presented and the types of jokes they told. First of all, what do you think about that, and how has your stand-up changed over the years with the increased sensitivity around whatever you say?
You know, I think it's a lot like music, though. I think that people really just adapt to the circumstance that's in front of them. I mean, as an entertainer, you're gonna do what's, wherever the status quo is. I think that, you know, anything that's publicly acceptable, and you know where the lines are, you decide where you're gonna do it. People who are really good at being on the edge, say somebody like Chappelle, like that can be, controversial and still be for the masses, you know what I mean? Like, those people know how to find the line of what it is that they do. And you're gonna have a group of people that's gonna be, totally against that. But I think that as an orator of any type, right, y'all do that. You take these chances when you on a show like this and you wake up every day, you gotta speak what's on your mind. You take the chance on not knowing where that one little group of people that's gonna be like, you said that. You be like, well, I ain't say it like that.
Right.
You putting a lot on that, you know?
Yeah.
So as a stand-up, you gotta kind of trust that part. Like, if you're gonna go out, which is unfortunate, like, cause people be bringing the phones in, and we definitely work in a free-flowing kind of business. Like when you writing a joke, it's not the joke. Like it's not the joke that that you're gonna finally deliver if you allow me to get to it. Like I might have a kernel of an idea that I might try somewhere, and if you hear it at this stage, it might sound xenophobic or misogynistic, but I ain't quite got what I was trying to say yet. Let me fine tune 4 times on stage and let me get this joint right. But if you taping it and you put it out there the first day I tried and it come out wrong, now so that's what I really really don't necessarily like about that part of the business. But what I've learned is, my mother was a school teacher, and so when I first started, I used to actually be kind of branded as a clean comedian. Like people didn't think I cursed at all. Like, and I still actually carry that. Like I carry, if you think about my image, it don't seem like I'm
vulgar,
right? And it's because of that. Like it's because like my mother basically put in me, like you don't have to say it, then don't. But if I need to, then say it. Right? So and I remember like just kind of trusting that. So if I don't have to go up there and insult nobody to sell a joke, then why do it? Like, but if I feel like I gotta say it, then say it. Then, and let it be what it is and go with that. So that's what I really trust about it. So I've never really been one to feel like the cancel culture of it all, in a way applied to me. So because I've always been, like kind of a citizen of the world and comedy when I go on stage. It's literally not about me up here trying to, offend nobody.
Have you ever met somebody from the cancel culture?
The cancel culture?
Yeah, who are they? Who is that?
Oh, man, yeah.
People that look like Jim?
Yeah.
Jim is taking a lot of shots.
He's so close to us, man. What you mean?
Yeah, Jim. That's not right. Jim, come on.
Jim said, no, I'll just get some weed from him later.
You know what I did? I had this happen one time. I remember I used to have this whole joke of, damn, I don't even know if I don't say that shit now because it's super cancel culture now, But it was kind of like, it was early on, and I was just talking about, it was a joke I used to have about the gay gene. I was like, it ain't no gay gene, because it'll have to be in animals too. Like, because people like, I was born this way. And then I did that on my special. I was like, that means you got a, it's a gay kangaroo, like hopping around, like, what's in my pockets? It's a gay cow somewhere, moo. It's a gay duck, Affleck, bitch. And I did that. And there was a gay couple there, ladies.
Affleck, bitch.
I did the joke, and there was a gay couple there. They were ladies, and I mean, they couldn't wait till I got off stage. They was in my
Were they?
Somebody, you don't know how I was like, yo. And that was the first time I ever had to deal with someone like just really adamant and mad about it. And I was just like, all right, let me do some research. Maybe there's a gay duck out there. Gotta go out here and talk to the gay duck and be like, I didn't know. When you're paddling under that water, know that it's different for you.
Have you had any outside of that? Like, you know, there was a while where people were running up on stage and addressing
man.
comics. I was at the one actually at the Hollywood Bowl with who was it? Was it Dave Chappelle?
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Dude ran up and got his ass
Oh, yeah.
beat. Were you there?
No, I wasn't at that
Oh,
one.
they beat the shit out of that dude. Broke his arm and everything. They beat the dog shit. But have you
That's a
had,
good
you had, that's a good one. You ever had any?
Don't run your ass up there.
Yeah, you ever had any
yeah.
crazy fan interactions or
Yeah.
off the stage early in your days?
Yeah. And I had a couple of nights, not necessarily booed off, but I definitely had some nights where it was like, you know, you scraped up. You know what I'm saying? You definitely gonna need some Neosporin. Like you walk out that stage like,
I had a very good game tonight.
yeah. I might want to get that job at Jiffy Lube. Like I was. Yeah, what you need, a 30-way, sir? Shit, god damn. So yeah, but I remember like early in my career, like I was hot, like I was in St. Louis and I was hot. I had it popping off, so I tried to do me a night, and I did a night, and you know, so I was charging people $20 to come see me. You know, we packed the joint out, and I walked on stage and just stunk up the place, man. I mean, whatever I was saying was not working. So then it's like one of these moments where you like, damn, you know, this not going well. Like in the middle of it, you like, fuck, like, you know. And the thing about stand-up is you, the mic, and the people. You don't
Like
get
we could
drummer.
we could
Ain't none of that. Hey, give us a guitar, man.
Kick it.
Yeah, kick it one more time. Y'all show some love for the. Nah, nigga.
ain't no timeouts. Yeah.
Nah, nigga, it's you. What's up?
Yeah.
So I had to offer them people their money back, and I'm thinking, you know, like it's love, you know, it's the crib, like, you know, anybody want their money back, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all, you know, it's just one of them things, you know. They lined up, y'all.
You get that.
I was like, ouch.
Yeah, there's three of us.
Yeah. I was like, am I on line? Can I?
Right.
Nah, they lined up and wanted their little loot back. So that was a hard one right there for sure. You know, but definitely, you know, it's that challenge again of knowing that you're the only person up there on the stage trying to make it happen at that time. And if you lose them, it's like trying to, what's like a bunch of horses. What's this shit like? You
Corral them,
and they a bunch. You gotta hold them all like 8, 9 horses. That's what a crowd is like that. Like just because people, if one of them go this way, it's over.
Yeah.
So it's that kind of thing, you know. So. And that's a very tough thing to do in this business. And then, you know, you have shows like Kings of Comedy when you going up and this dog got the dog. Like, you know, somebody go up there and they just, boom, Bernie, killing them. You like, shit. You know, in the movie, Bernie go last, but in real life, Bernie was in the middle. He was in the middle. He always wanted to be, he called it the hammock. He didn't really want to go last. So, you know, you have to go up nights after he had hit the stage.
Let's jump to that. Hey, we were gonna get to that a little later, but talk to us about that. I mean, that Kings of Comedy kind of set it off and set the tone for touring, but obviously we know being hoopers and traveling and being with your dogs all the time, like most of the time off the stage is the funniest shit. Fucking around, playing cards, drinking, just talking shit. What was that tour like, and how did that come together?
That came together, it was a guy that was doing a tour with everybody. He used to do us all individual, this kid, Walter Latham. So he used to do me and DL, because we had both hosted Comic View, so we had a tour that we would go out. Then he did Steve individually, he did Bernie, and then he had the idea of doing the super show, like basically where everybody all together and we do arenas. And you know, other than like some one-offs, like Eddie had done an arena tour, I think Andrew Dice Clay and Martin, who was the only people that had done arenas as a comic. So when he put this tour together, it was like just like a Superfest night. Like it felt like, you know, all your favorites coming at once. And so it was just a crazy phenomenon at the time. Like, so everything, you're right, man, we had the blast, man. It's like, you know, and I was like the young one on the tour at that time and I wasn't married when we first.
So you was active.
Man, hold up.
Streets.
Stop, you had to stop. So yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, that's wild. That's wild, yeah, but we had fun.
Yeah.
Getting vague as hell. Nah.
They said that gummy just kicked
Yeah,
in.
yeah. No, you just getting vague and shit like that. No, but I remember like probably one of my first times like Bernie used to come in my dressing room. Like again, like I said, I was a young dude, so I would have like the drinks and smoke and the girls, and then my room be packed like every time. Like I go and get everybody like come in my room, and Bernie came in my room and a couple of times, but he would do a show. Like he would come in and just start talking and doing jokes and ripping it, dog. And so, my room ended up being this kind of like famous after party room. So, so we had many epics when, E40 coming there one night. I remember Jamie Foxx and Chris Rock showed up in New York. Like it was just, you're right, and we just sitting in the back, and it's that camaraderie that's just like flowing and just epic energy and everybody laughing.
Sometimes you would rather hear that than actual comedy.
Oh yeah, because right, this the stuff that just happens.
Getting outside that room, you know what I mean? That's what makes it better.
You can't even explain somebody. You try to tell somebody what happened, they be like, you
had to be there.
Yeah.
Talk to us about the great Bernie Mac. Rest in peace. Incredible comic. Obviously one of your brothers, but talk to us about just what he was about, his aura. It felt like I never met him, felt like he had an aura.
Yeah, man. B Mac was like really, like that Chicago dude, like kind of like you envision him, if anybody know him, like a man's man kind of dude, but also always kind of like solid in his skin. Like he would always have these catchphrases, I walk alone. I'm on the 50-yard line, but it's first and goal.
He said, what?
He had 100 of them there. He would just do that and be like, all right, okay. But he was like one of those kind of, he was just one of those kind of dudes. But I remember like it used to be this thing called a Miller Genuine Draft in Chicago, and I came from St. Louis, so I would drive up to Chicago to be a part of it. And so the first time I met him was there. He saw me, he was like, yeah, you all right, you gonna be all right. So then when I saw him in New York, the first time I was doing Def Comedy Jam, I was nervous. I just remember New York was one of them places, where they tell you like, dawg, they'll light your ass up here, dog. You ain't good,
tough.
Boom. And Bernie, this was his second time doing it, and this is when he did that famous "I Ain't Scared of You" motherfucker show. But he was telling me, we went to lunch that day, and he was just telling me like, man, don't let them challenge you. You know who you are. Like, go ahead, just be yourself. Go be great. Don't let them challenge. They kind of shook me the first time I was up here. So he said, I'm gonna let these mom know I ain't scared of them tonight. And then. It was supposed to be like one little statement, and he literally turned it into the most famous 8 minutes of comedy. Like I was like, that's how you do it right there.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
Big NBA fan.
Yeah.
Where's your passion for basketball come?
Man, that's interesting too, because growing up in St. Louis, we never had a basketball team. We didn't have a team, but of course, that was the sport everybody played, like in the hood, like, and I played like junior high school. I never really got got tall enough and I was raised in a single parent household, and I don't think I really had the discipline to like stay in sports like that. My mother was just like, like she could rather come get me and go with her as opposed to stay at practice and all that. So I never really liked it, but I was a pretty decent athlete though. So I loved the game from there. And then of course, in the heyday when MJ then was playing, them great 80s Bulls teams, St. Louis was our Vegas. It was the quick Southwest flight. You could pop up, go up for the weekend, kick it. So we would do that. And me and my boys, like, we get our little money together, get a little van or something. We go to Chicago for the weekend, come out, go to the game. So I ended up being a big Bulls fan doing that run. And then of course, my family is all Laker fans. Even my Missouri family, so when we came out here, then, once I moved out here, then it was just like easy transition to become a Lakers fan, like, just because they was the team close. And then I'm with Courtside Ray a lot, so I'm just out there.
Courtside Ray, I like that name. Courtside Ray.
Courtside Ray, baby, you gotta pull up, man.
Courtside Ray.
Feeling lucky? All bets are on Bookie, the hilarious comedy from Chuck Lorre and Nick Bakay, starring Sebastian Maniscalco as an old-school bookmaker just trying to stay alive in a world of bad beats. Does the house always win? Find out as Bookie returns for Season 2, December 12th on Max. Please watch responsibly.
What up, y'all? This holiday season, make sure you're sleeping comfortably, knowing your house is protected. If you ever worry about the safety of your home or your family, right now is the best time of the year to get security. Our friends over at Simply Safe are extending a massive Black Friday deal for all of you. It's the home security I trust to keep my family safe. Make sure you're locking in a peace of mind with Simply Safe's lowest prices of the year. Old school systems can only take action if someone's in your house, and that's too late. Simply Safe is a new way to protect your home and stops an intruder before they break in your home. Their active outdoor protection changes the game by preventing the crime before it happens. Simply Safe is extending a massive Black Friday deal for all the Smoke listeners. This week only, you can get 50% off a new system with selected professional monitoring plans. This is your last chance to claim the best offer of the year. Head over to simplysafe.com/smoke to claim your discount and make sure your home is safe this season. Don't wait, this offer won't last long. Keep your home and your family safe with a peace of mind with Simply Safe. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
We got a clip right here. Let's watch this clip real quick.
The NBA is fantastic. Trip. You know, it all started because of a little melee that happened in Detroit last year. Everybody remember the big melee that happened. Ron Artest lost it, ran up in the audience, and people thought that was wrong. Me personally, I loved it, I'm a cheerleader for foolishness like that. I like nonsense. especially
I like
Steven
nonsense.
Jackson. That was my favorite dude because he ain't had nothing to do with the fight. Fight over there. He just gonna get him a hit in. He just looked and saw the fight. He just looked and didn't think nobody saw him. Like, dude, there's 100 cameras in here, man. They showed it back to him. We saw you, dog.
We saw you,
Saw
dog.
you, dog.
Oh, shit.
That's how that shit look too, Steve. That ass, you was wilding out.
Hey, when I saw that, man, I was crying.
Oh, that's so
laughing, man.
funny.
I was crying, laughing.
That helped take away from some of the pain, some of that money was
Yeah.
taken.
Oh, yeah.
Motherfuckers at least respect me. They make them.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's funny because both of y'all got real dude images as far as tough guy in it. Both of y'all have that thing people respect y'all and dog Boston basketball players real go getters. But I remember it's something to have that kind of energy where people think nah, don't run up. That is not gonna be a good move. I love that. So when y'all had this show together, I was like, that's an interesting combo. I like that. to know you both, it's not that's y'all really not your go-to. It's not who you are. But I love the fact that people, anybody, you walk in the streets of any world, you want people to have that kind of automatic respect that you somebody to be respected, right? And then I think that's a very interesting quality for a man to have. You know what I'm saying? So that was something that I always loved about, Stak, because he just had that kind of he's a baller, hooper, go get it, but you also knew all right, don't run up.
And I'm the nicest guy ever.
Yeah, I met you
take
many
no
years,
shit.
Only
many
with
times,
young
right?
edibles,
But it's so
that's
simple.
it.
Same thing with Matt. It was the same thing too. Super nice guy, everything, but definitely had that rep, and it's harder for you. You light skinned,
Yeah.
got that pretty ass hair and shit. Everybody like, nigga, fuck, nigga, hold up. This nigga wild. That's a good ass quality to have,
Shit.
other shit.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. Any truth you used to gamble with MJ and Barkley in Vegas?
Man, so one time, let me just get that shit very goddamn clear. they gamble on another level, man. So I was gambling with Barkley. We was at the roulette table. Yeah, he liked to play roulette at that time. So he was at the roulette table. We just stacking. I'm stacking on top of him. He going hard. Barkley and MJ, they can do that thing. So he got, 200-300 out on the thing, and I got 1,000.
You trying to split chips in half? Can I get change for this 1,000 real quick?
Every spin, nigga. So MJ comes in. MJ just grab a stack. He just grab a stack of Barkley chips, maybe 150,000 or something. And Barkley, hey man, what you get? MJ said, does it matter?
Damn.
Like, nah, you know I got you. Like, whatever it is, come on, man. Like, you tell me what it is. I'm MJ. I got you, nigga. What you mean? I just don't want to go and get chips. So he went over there and then. So then he was gambling, and they was like, I tried to go over there with that game. You know, it was just embarrassing to try to get in there because they doing like 300,000 a hand, and I'm coming over there with my little $100 chips. Everybody like, oh yeah, hold on, wait till the next one. Wait till the next one. I was like, oh, I can't even get in on this. Like, no, you don't need to be on this. This ain't for you over here.
Big boy table.
That's different. That's different.
Yeah,
Right.
golf. I mean, he liked to gamble golfing. So there's like that whole thing of like, whatever you want to play for, it don't matter. I'm trying to act like, I got a good play.
too,
I'm like,
yeah.
1,000 a hole then. Nigga, shit. I don't know. I wasn't doing the math. I lost every hole. That's $18,000. That's not one.
I'm explaining to wife.
Yeah, you just don't, you don't get to tell
That's how a nigga jumped the gun. Shit, 1,000 a hole.
Yeah, nigga, like it's what it is, like, cause they doing 30,000 a hole, 25,000 a hole. They doing some billionaire shit or whatever they doing. But I was like, I'm like trying to act like I'm somebody. That hurt.
That fuck your whole mind up on the course too.
Win one,
That's what
at
I
least
said.
you up there like, yo, I'm gonna get him on this one. Oh, yeah, shit, I'm gonna knock it down. I could, if it's gonna happen, I can lose 10.
It said good.
Oh no,
Can he play?
Seb can play, yeah. Seb plays. Yeah,
shit
Seb play a lot.
crazy.
All-Star weekends, you did some comedy jams with Shaq. What was that experience like being an all-star, that kind of crowd?
I mean, always, of course, that's one of the big, one of the great kind of, we got big spectacles that happen in our community where, you got Super Bowl weekend, you got NBA All-Star weekend. So, to have that, and we did those specials, that was fun, man, because it's like the energy in town, everybody there. That one was in Phoenix, the first one we did, legendary. We did one in Houston, did in Vegas. But, Miami, there's always, just, whenever the vibration of the whole country in one place for the, the energy of the NBA. So you got, friends, family, partners from all around there. And then, and then, of course, you got some of the best comics that's going to be on one show. So that's always been a Shaq, a fun-loving dude, always love to have a good time. So he really make for a great co-host in that kind of environment because he wants you to do jokes on him. He want to do jokes on you, So it just is one of those kind of things that ended up being a great little partnership that ran for a minute, man. That was good. I mean, we actually did a Sports Illustrated photo shoot after that, where he holding me like this. I got a whole thing.
He held Jack one time too.
Yeah,
that shit was embarrassing, man.
Yeah.
We playing each other, all we rock. Every time we play each other, we chest bump before the game started on different teams.
Right.
And I ran up to him, big fella. And he just caught me midair. I'm like, man, if you don't put me down. He just caught me midair with two hands, not even his arm, just his hand. I'm like, but put me down, bro. Like, put me down. Put me down.
That's funny.
With the arenas, the game by
the whole arena.
Yeah,
man.
Baby.
Come on, man.
Put me down, bro. I'm the captain of my team.
Yeah, you can't do me like that.
I'm the captain of my team, bro. Put me down, bro.
Look at you growing up. You getting so big. You getting so big.
But he had me like this, though.
Yeah.
He had me like this. Like, man, put me down, bro.
That's funny as shit.
Oh, shit.
Paint the picture of young Ced's upbringing in Missouri.
Single parent household. My mother was a school teacher. She taught English and reading, elementary school. So for over 30 years, I had a younger sister who was she's a professor at Pepperdine right now. Okay. So she's been there. And we grew up, so in St. Louis, middle income, my mother, like mom, she knew how to make it look good. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we had our own rooms. We had a nice little car outside. We had cool clothes. And, it was just a very, simple, respectful household. A lot of love, a lot of laughter. But I was the man of the house. So, it was mainly, me, like, kind of being the father. My dad was, they got divorced when we were really young. Mm-hmm. So, and my dad was around, but not like that. Like, so it was just mainly us. But a lot, real fun house. I had a lot of, I had relatives that lived in the inner city of St. Louis. So my mother's sister, she had like 11 kids. So, and then they was the inner city kids. So it was like
The bad ones.
dog.
Yeah.
So you go
East
down
St.
there.
Louis?
Just regular St. Louis,
Okay.
north side, you know what I'm saying? But then you go down there, you know, to get your stripes. So, you know, and it was good. And as the boy, I spent a lot of time down there because that, you know, it was just, you know, my mom just didn't know what to do with me. So I'd be down there with my cousin and wilding out until that got too crazy. And then, you know,
Bring
you
your
gotta
ass
come
back
back
home.
out to the suburbs and stuff. But, real dope church lady, you know what I'm saying? So we had, we went to church on Sundays, just a fun, dope life, and she was really one of those people that like encouraged you to do a lot of good things. I always say one of my mother's favorite thing was that your good name enters a room before you do and stays after you're gone. So that was like, she always talked about that being credit. She was like, that's what credit is. When somebody say your name, what does it make them feel? Do they like it? And so, when they say your name before you get there, is it gonna be a good feeling? When you gone, do people speak of you in a good way? And I always thought that was just one of the greatest piece of advice to kind of take in life, because you roll through life flowing and you don't know when you're gonna cross these bridges again or when something happens. So what good is it to you to have something negative about you in the space, you know what I'm saying, if it ain't necessary. So I really love that. That's the kind of woman she was. And so, I got a wine now that I named after her. So I do it my wine since 2019. Seta, her name was Rosetta. And so we do that Napa Valley wine, beautiful, red. She was a redhead, so and so it was a redhead. But now I got a red and a white, so it's dope, man. So I like those kind. She passed in 2016, so we just been honoring. I got a hospital women's pavilion with her name on it in St. Louis.
Beautiful.
So that's the kind of charitable stuff I do. And so this will take, they do the kind of work for all single parents and ladies and a lot of women's health things that they do when people don't have, that helpmate, vans go get folks and testings and all that kind of stuff. So
You was in church a lot. Did you sing in the youth choir and the gospel choir?
yeah, man.
We all had.
Yeah, you had to do it. Had to do it, man. And I used to really consider myself a little singer. That
that's
was
why
my
I'm
first
asking.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my first thing. I remember being in this group, man, with this dude, like he could really sing too in the group. And just one night, I remember I wanted to hit the high note. And he was like, dog, you got the lowest voice in here. Like, don't try to do that. But, we at the one church where all the pretty girls at, and and I was like, let me get the note tonight.
How old were you?
We was, 17 and 16, 17
I got
or
that same
whatever.
experience, bro.
Man, that note did not come out, dog. Like, and I was like, I should have stayed in my lane, but it's like one of them things. You see the little girls up there in the front. I was like, dog, let me get the note tonight. Crazy, amen. 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 Sometimes the Lord, you just go into a testimonial. The Lord works with you sometimes.
I had that same story said, but I got two youngsters that used to always lead the songs, but they was good at hooping. Doing all, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they was killing it. And I thought it was gonna transfer down the line to me. And nothing came. Yeah, I ain't let a song since. I think I left the choir after that because it was so embarrassing. But I tried to grab it and go straight to the It wasn't in me. That got to be in you.
Yeah, no,
you know what I'm
that's
saying? Like they had the Holy Spirit or something in them. I just thought it could just transfer down the line.
Yeah.
Nah, it don't work like that.
It didn't work.
Yeah, I was in the street. I had done so much shit the night before. There's no way the Holy Spirit was in me. No way the Holy Spirit was in me that morning.
Holy Spirit on the outside. Like, what are you doing?
I know where you was last night.
doing,
What
pal?
you doing?
No,
It's
that's not
residue
gonna
on your
happen.
fingernails.
Oh shit.
I tried to, that's true. That's funny though. But I love that experience too. Like, cause like when I came to LA, I ain't go to church as much. So, I just remember like how, that feeling. Went to a Kirk Franklin concert the other night. He was out there, and that having that kind of really religious energy, church, people singing big songs, that spiritual. I was like, man, you kind of really miss that vibration.
It ain't like that no more.
It ain't like, it's like, I mean, it's like, everybody just, they taking, sexy red songs and making church songs out of it.
Damn.
I can't believe it, bro. They all over the place.
My scripture pink. Whoa. Whoa. Yo, scripture peak.
Shit.
Wow.
Oh man. Shit.
When Jesus walked in the club and that is. I don't know if you can do that.
Oh.
And they doing that for real.
Yeah, they like, yeah.
Is it true that you got a cease and desist from General Mills because of the stage name Cheerio?
Yeah, man. Official letter showed up with the green stamp on the outside.
It was
We got to
official.
seal that joint.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, cease and desist. Yeah, because I used to go by Cheerio.
Honey Nut or just regular? You say Honey Nut or just regular? Y'all got me drooling.
Fucked up. Yeah, that's fucked up. That's fucked up, man. I think I'm glad I pulled out because that was gonna be the question throughout. Like
Your
that
was calling you Cheerio?
People called me. I had the chain and everything.
Yes, sir. Official.
It was a whole thing. Cheerio. You know how you try to make it sound cool? Rio.
Rio.
I'm trying to make it sound cool.
Oh man.
But it all kind of came like, at that time people was like, you had Sinbad, you had people was just kind of taking these one name things and making themselves brand. There used to be a dude named Kodak. And and I was like, oh, that's fly right there. And then my name's Cedric with the C. I'm going around, I'm like, laughter, bull said, Cheerio. It was like a moment. I see right now. Y'all weren't my friends at the time.
Y'all wasn't my friend.
Y'all see that? And I'm saying right, because everybody else was like, yeah, that's it dope. Y'all was both like, so I needed y'all at that time in my life. Because the friends that I had then was like, hey,
Cheerio,
do that shit, dog.
Yeah.
Get a chain.
Get a check.
with the little B on
Yeah,
it.
get a chain with the little B.
With the Cheerio B on it.
Ray said he got it tatted on him.
Right there on his old school tattoo, Cheerio. Going on his shoulder right
the
now.
penitentiary with it's like bad lettering. like, dog.
Oh shit.
Delicious. Hey, you should have stayed.
Oh man.
You should have stayed with Delicious, man.
See that really happened though. So and I'm glad I changed my name long before that happened because I was in Chicago and the dude did that. It was funny, dog. Bro, walked there, bro. That really happened. It was like, yeah, Daryl Johnson, whatever his name, but everybody call me Delicious, man. You just call me that. Said.
Delicious.
What? Delicious.
They call no grown man Delicious.
You recall, no grown man Delicious. You got like say, what if you?
My name Daryl said, but they call me Delicious.
Yeah. He got all down the street. Delicious. Hold up. No, that's not gonna be me.
Hell no.
Your mama pick up the phone. How you doing, Miss Johnson? Delicious there? No. He was dead serious too. He was one of them kind of Chicago pimps dude. He was like, you funny as hell. I see you, man. I'm gonna pay for half your meal.
Never heard that.
I said,
Half your
what?
meal.
I was thanks, man. Yeah, man, Daryl, everybody call me Delicious though, man.
Delicious.
You could call me that. No, I can't.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You moved to LA in 92, 93, right around the time of the riots.
Yeah.
Talk about that, what that was like.
Yeah, no, so I actually came in 94, so it was right after that, and, but it was crazy times because it was still very much a big gang culture in LA. We didn't really do that in St. Louis.
Yeah.
It was that kind of, the vibration of the city was, of course, it was a place where you come to make it.
Right.
If you doing any kind of thing in entertainment, but it was wild to be, in a city where, like culturally you had to be on, you had to be on your toes, like in a different kind of way. And then, right after that, it was just really, it felt violent in LA at many times. You go to some place, it just felt like, but it was also a place where, opportunity was happening. There was a lot of great, people was getting shows, like you think about it, the Steve Harvey show, the Wayans, Jamie Foxx, Martin was popping. Like it was a lot of things bubbling that had the city like growing. So, it was one of those things where, I was actually glad. St. Louis was, you know, of course, the kind of city where you grow up and you feel like home, but it's also a place where you can, in a lot of ways, know that you gotta leave in order to go get something real. So I was really happy that, you know, all the things kind of lined up for me to be there at the time that I did. Because I didn't move to LA like most people will tell you as a comic, you got to go to LA or to New York to make it. But I would come out there on trips because, again, I was a State Farm claims adjuster for 4 years. I had saved money. I had a house. I was doing I had insurance. You know, I was doing shit that people wouldn't do. I was grown. You know, I was 29 years old. You know, so I wasn't out there really, out there for the shenanigans of it. So when I finally came to LA, it was because I had a deal and I became the host of Comic View, and they paid. And then was able to get me an apartment, and that's how I kind of stayed out there. So I just kind of kept going from there. But I kept all my main stuff in St. Louis until I got married. Shoot, that was like in '99. Shoot, man, it seemed like a long time.
Why Darius Miles? Of course, you know he's from East St. Louis.
Yeah.
Why he say St. Louis, East St. Louis is not nowhere close to being the same?
They not, but they are. Like, I mean, it's a real thing. Like, because East St. Louis is Illinois, and it's definitely, known for being the more
grimy,
grimy of the two. And, in a lot of ways they are. But because, for St. Louis dudes, like the east side is the late night side. That's the
hang out.
Turn out. Yeah. You go there to 4 and 5 in the morning, you kick it. So that belonged to us as much as it did to them. Like,
right.
As far as we were concerned, because so you had a lot of Kendrick, kind of energy there, but it was, it was hardcore because it was just super hood on that side right there. And I think, as far as like where they kind of fit on the state, they was like at the lower part
right
of the state.
Line.
And I don't think nobody just really, they state money never really tried to take care of them like that. So all the shiny stuff was right there on St. Louis. So we kind of showed up like, look at us, we stunting, so it always had that kind of undertone to it. But again, they had the clubs, they had the late night, they had the fun, strip clubs, everything on the east side. So
I feel way more safer in St. Louis than I do in East St. Louis.
Yeah, no, east side is definitely, you want to have you some relationships. It's definitely a place.
I know D Miles and Larry.
Yeah, it's definitely a place you want to
Appointments
go.
only.
Yeah, definitely you want to go in and have a couple of names you can drop to where people be like, oh, okay, you good. You know T-Rock? Yeah, me and T, that's my guy.
Tell me Delicious.
Yeah, not that much. Delicious ain't gonna get you far over there. You need to know like Lil Rod, Lil Rutherford.
Yeah. Little pistol starter.
Yeah, man, from that group. Yeah.
You voiced 3 comedic skits on albums: Nelly's Country Grammar, Nelly's Nellyville, and Jay-Z's The Black Album. Yeah. Threats, nigga. Yeah, I'm threatening you. Yeah, that was the funniest one to me. How did you enjoy those?
Stuff you in the metal like drug money. Man, those are all great, man. Because you're a part of like music. We all have that desire to do a little bit of all of it, right? So, like Nelly, being from St. Louis, they was hot, they was doing their thing. And so when Country Grammar was coming out, they just called me. We had did like a comedy show or something, where they was a part of it. So we knew each other in that way. So when the album was getting to come, they called, like, I was in LA and they was like, yo, man, we want you to do these skits to be on the album. And that was just, it was one of them, you don't know this thing about to go diamond, but
right.
You're like, yo, but that's just fun. Like, especially back then, that was a good spot for comedians to be able to do a skit on the album because it's like that consistency of being like known throughout by doing it. And so that was a great one. And then with Jay-Z, that was like a lucky one really in a way because I saw Jay in different places, around the world, different spots. And I just told him one time I wanted to see him work because I heard, like the way he write. They was like, yo, he writes. So I was like, yo, man, if I'm in New York, I want to come to the studio. I just want to see when you work. He was like, no problem. So I just happened to be there. I called. He was doing the Black Album. I go up to the studio. He hanging. He just doing his thing, doing the Jay-Z thing. And he was like, I got to leave and make a run, but I'm working on this record called Threats. And I need a mad rapper type skit, like a dude, like what the Mad Rapper was on. He was on the he was on the other album, but he was like, I just need somebody that's on tripping, you know what I'm saying, about threatening folks. And I was like, all right, and he left. So it was just me and Guru and a couple of people, and I just went in there and freestyled it. I was just in there just saying shit. And then he called me now about like 1 later. He's like, hey man, what's up? And he's like, yeah, you want to be on this album? You made it. I was like, what? I'm on the Black album? I just need a chain. I just need the rock chain.
The rock chain.
Yeah.
I ain't never get my damn chain.
That's just
I ain't never get my chain. No, so that was it. That was the only thing I really wanted on that. So,
Yeah.
but it was fun though. But even again, that was just big. You know, when you see them in hindsight and you recognize like how music just transfer people's lives and then it just go on and those be like, cause like I get known for that, that Nelly skit, that, the what else, like the big body Benz with $2 worth of gas and stuff like that. And just like people will know they'll quote those things to me to this day, you know what I mean? You be like, yo, I was just going in there playing, just having a good time.
Nelly was a monster back then too.
That was
Holy
crazy.
shit.
That went so crazy. Yeah, that album went off, and then Hot in Here went and the next joint that went crazy. That was a big.
Did I
record.
see you in the Tip Drill video?
No, it
No.
real. I was Cheerio at the time.
Cheerio at the
time. They wouldn't let me in.
Hey, what's you got a relationship with Bun B being from Port Arthur? You and Bun B, y'all real cool, right?
Yeah, Bun. I did some of one of Bun albums.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I did some of one Bun album. But coming down like, so I used to go, Steve used to be based here. Steve Harvey was based in Dallas, and this was one of the starting grounds for me. So I used to have a lot of comedy here, and then his manager at the time, Rashawn, was in Houston, and he had a club. So you would do them both. So you would come down here. So I spent a lot of time down in Houston, and then with Bun and Pimp and all them, they was like popping. They come pop.
No Pimp? You met Pimp?
I met Pimp a couple of times.
Can you tell us a story about Pimp? Like, you got any stories about Pimp?
No, only real one. No, because only real one when we ever kind of really locked up is like at an award show, and he was just like Pimp C, just like hella cool. We just went and just said what up. We respect each other, appreciate each other, just kind of thing. He met my daughter, what I'm saying? He just was like a real cool dude. Like that was the only time me and him ever kind of locked up like that.
Yeah.
But I kicked it with Bun a lot more. Even busting up in the Trill Burgers and just recently, and then he just solid dude. I'm glad to see like that kind of spin, like when somebody takes their celebrity and then go into another thing in life and then have great success as well. Especially for a dude like him, just so solid, like for this new venture to be just as dope as he was as a rapper, to be like this dude.
You got barbecue sauce, right? Y'all not trying to do a Trill Burger
Yeah,
collab?
we did a day where we did a little collab where we were down there with AC Barbecue, popped up, so that was dope. And so, we actually got some other, we had some other business deals going that prevented us to kind of locking in on it for real. But that was dope, man. And so me and Anthony got AC Barbecue, been really growing. We in Walmart, Lowe's, and HEB's down in Texas here, and then Amazon. So we just made Oprah's favorite things this year. So that's a big thing right there.
Yep.
A lot of real cool stuff happening. We're gonna open up our first restaurant, our own flagship restaurant in the Century City Mall. Out there, the one in Century City upstairs in the food court. So that's gonna be coming soon. Where we're gonna have our first flagship store. So
that mall was dope too. I walked around it the other day, like a month.
It got sexy over there.
Hell yeah, all them nice stores.
Because it's kind of indoor, outdoor, but a
cool
vibe.
yeah.
It's a great spot for the when that holiday shopping, when you just out like strolling. It's gonna be over there.
Fall needs its own wardrobe full of comfortable pieces. You want to be able to have the layered look while still feeling comfortable. You need warmth that's still extra breathable. That's why today's episode is sponsored by Rhone. Rhone has premium pieces to elevate every occasion. We're talking about the world's most comfortable pants, dress shirts, quarter zips, polos, and blazers. All Rhone products are boosted with functional and performance properties. I'm always traveling, so Rhone's commuter collection is perfect for me when I'm on the road. I can look good and travel comfortably. Building mental fitness is vital to everyone's success. On and off the court, that's why Rhone is a proud partner of Kevin Love and the Kevin Love Fund. They are opening up discussions around mental health. Head to Rhone.com/smoke Use promo code SMOKE and save up to 20% off your entire purchase. That's 20% off your entire order when you head to RHONE.com/smoke and use code SMOKE. It's time to embody your most confident self. Roan's premium performance clothing is made to move you. Use code SMOKE and save 20% off at www.roan.com/smoke. You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings, 4 delicious flavors, an order of large fries for $16.99. Mango habanero, OG hot, and my favorite, lemon pepper. What are y'all waiting on? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now at wingstop.com.
You got a nice list of movies you've been in and produced and been a part of. You know, any ones that stand out? Do you have a favorite?
Yeah, man. Like, I guess, probably Barbershop 1 was my favorite, like, movie to do. Be Cool.
Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, Be Cool with the Rock. Them Johnson Family Vacation, had a blast doing. The Madagascars. You do animation, that's the first things, but it was like some of the biggest paydays I'd ever seen in my life. That was
nasty.
Crazy. That was crazy because I didn't even know really what it was until it was like a year later they sent a residual check like one time.
And you bought a house with it?
I was like, yo, this shit just showed up in the mail. I was like, this all mine? It was like, yeah. I was like, that's crazy, man. And y'all told my wife?
She don't know yet.
She know about this?
She don't know yet.
You don't know about this, dude. This shit about to go on the rolls. No, but yeah, if she see it, it's going on a new kitchen. Yeah. But if I see it,
the double R.
Yeah, we get ready to drop it on some forges. some wild shit. Really just had a lot of fun doing a lot of pictures. I did this when we first reformed, where I got a chance to work with Ethan Hawke, in a more dramatic role, those kind of things, when you get to do stuff outside of your kind of norm, that was dope. To be with heavy hitters, it was Amanda Seyfried and Ethan Hawke, doing scenes with these that boy a dog when it comes to that acting, you know what I'm saying? So you got to step up, and those kind of things are really great experiences, man. So, and I had to do that. Intolerable Cruelty, that's another movie I had fun on. With that Gus Petch character, that was fun. You just get to make up characters and just have fun.
On the fly, yeah.
Yeah, man. It's been a fun run.
Fatherhood. Before we get you out of here, fatherhood. Father of 3. What's that mean to you?
It's a very unique thing because, I didn't, my father wasn't really, and again, not to shit on him, he's not a bad dude, but he wasn't around like that, right? So I didn't really have, especially as a male, you growing up in a household with just your mom's, your sister, and you got to learn how to be a male in these kind of situations, and so when I had my first child, my first daughter was again from a situation, not marriage, nigga just damn, there you go. There you go. I guess we gonna do this then. So, but it was crazy, and so it was a lot harder. My career was going at the same time, and you young, you just trying to. So I'm really focused on my career. I'm long as I'm paying my daughter good. So you kind of miss the elements of really being in on it because I'm I'm climbing on climbing up the career ladder. So she's in St. Louis, and I'm in LA mainly. And you pay to say, hey, I'm the dad. I got you at school, do this, show up every now and then. But then when I got married, then my 2 youngest kids, you got that more in the house, more on the ground, more part of the schedule, more a part of who they are as understanding. And so you definitely learn. So I had to go back and get some of those things with my oldest daughter, which is hard because now she's formulated her own thoughts and I have mine, and we have to earn these things back. And so, but I do feel it's the responsibility to know that as the male of the household, and you have these children, it's important for you to be a person that is a guiding light, is a source of of comfort for them, is a source of knowledge, a place for them to, you know, ask questions and be guided in the right way. You know, I think that when we have money, you know, luckily, like say, I was able to learn that, you know, with my oldest daughter, that just having money is not the resolve of that. So, you know, I was able to learn that you just can't pay your way through daddyhood. Like that ain't gonna win. Because, you know, these, you know, kids and people have a lot of needs, and, you know, and so to have to go back and earn that now, you know, now my oldest daughter has a daughter, so I got a granddaughter, and it's just, you know, a unique bond, because that would have been a space that if I'd have been on the same energy I wouldn't have that relationship with my granddaughter, because I was on some, you mad at me, I'm mad at you. You ain't, you know, like, you know, you realize my wife was the kind of person that was like, look, that don't work.
You tripping, right?
You got to get in there, sir. And so that's what I really do appreciate, you know, and learning about being, you know, being a father. And then, you know, our kids grow up in this space where they see us and they see our successes, and somehow they feel challenged that they have to be these things too early. You know, especially my son, you know, he has that thing where he feels like he has to have all the answers and be successful because I'm successful, and he puts a lot of pressure on himself for that reason. And it's like, you know, man, it's about discovery, son. Like, there's a lot of, like, you know, I told him, you know, I was 28, 29 when I discovered comedy, you know, 27 or whatever in there, but 30 something when I made it. So, you know, I'm not, you know, you 24 years old, bro. Like, you know, just work, just go to work, wake up every day and be the best you, and just kind of stay at that, and don't put that kind of pressure on yourself, you know. So I think those are the kind of things that, you know, I wish I had somebody guiding me, you know, and giving me cool game and there for me. And that's what I think is really one of the most important, being conscious, being aware, being alert, listening, and being involved. That's the best you can do as a father.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, home stretch, quick hitters, first thing to come to mind, top 5 comedians of all time.
Wow, top 5 of all time. Wow.
Your list.
My list. I'm gonna go Richard Pryor. I'm gonna go with Eddie Murphy. I'm gonna go with the late Robin Harris. I'm gonna go with Robin Williams, and I'm gonna push Pell on there. I'll push Pell on there. I rock with him like that. Okay. Yeah.
There too. 5 dinner guests, dead or alive.
Oh man, Muhammad Ali, Martin Luther King.
Okay.
I want somebody fun at that shit. I want Eddie Murphy there, and then I want like Sade there. Yeah. Sade she'll be there, and then like. And maybe somebody like Abraham Lincoln, man, just just because he, you know, he first one had a hat that you like, yo, Sid, I know you fucks with these, so he just take the brim off, show you how to do it. Like,
I like that. One album on repeat.
Oh man, it's a combination. So Marvin Gaye, I Want You, and Reasonable Doubt's Jay-Z. Yeah.
2 classics. Guilty pleasure.
Pizza. Like,
what's on it?
Yeah, like just pepperoni and sometimes jalapeno, but some good cheese, good crispy crust.
I see him drooling right now.
Yeah, like damn, man. You know, I'm trying to get off that Ozempic, nigga.
Oh, shit.
I'm over there drinking Ozempic smoothies, nigga. I'm like,
childhood crush.
The childhood crush. Sade was my one, boy. Sade Thelma from Good Times. She had to throw her on there, boy. She was one of the ones at that time, that little caramel kind of thing right there. Lola Falana. That's one y'all got to go back on. But Lola Falana, that was like when your mama got a friend that's like that you little, you got that one older lady, you like, ooh.
So your daughter just played Lola Falana in Night.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Steve Harvey dog.
Yeah, Lori played.
she
She
played
played Lola
Lola
Falana.
Falana.
And that's kind of the tonality. Like if
Yeah.
you see the real Lola Falana, like Lori does a good prototype for that.
Yeah,
like
beautiful.
who she
Yeah.
was she was a dancer and just fun and energetic. I just remember being little as a kid, like I was like, yo, Miss Lola. Boy, go in the bathroom. Mama, Miss Lola looks nice.
One guest that you want to see on All the Smoke.
What?
You have to help us get your answer on the show.
Ooh.
All the people said.
You know a lot.
Yeah, I
of people.
do. I know a lot of people that need to be on All the Smoke. Y'all need to have who out there? Did y'all have George Lopez on here?
I would love to have George Lopez.
George is a
Funny
fun
motherfucker,
interview
man.
and a fun dude too, like that. Yeah, and
That'd
he'll
be
rock
dope.
with y'all.
I would
Yeah,
love- we would love to
yeah.
have George.
He'll definitely do a push up too.
Yeah.
I actually went to like a smoking event at his crib one time.
Oh yeah. He used to do that. Who weed in my pool?
Yeah,
He'll throw
something,
these
yeah.
parties.
Yeah.
He would do a party called Who Weed in My Pool. It'd be a weed pool
Yeah,
party.
that
Yeah,
shit
it
was
was kind of
dope.
thing.
We should have been there.
Well said, man, we appreciate you. Obviously
man.
one of the greats, but even a better person. And man, we wish you continued success as long as you want to do this shit. And
shit.
thanks for your time today,
Yeah,
baby.
man. Thank you, man. It's love.
Yeah, and I
man.
started acting, so keep me in mind, please, if you don't my brother. Keep
Oh, okay, man. That's
you didn't
good.
laugh, see, you didn't laugh at me like Kevin Hart did, so appreciate you.
I like it, man.
Well,
See,
you didn't give him a chance to laugh.
Shump the only one that tried to do it. Like Shump and try to jump into that acting
doing
thing
good.
for real.
Good.
Yeah,
Good job.
Shump was doing
so
his thing.
I can see it
the same
happen.
roles that he doing, like I can do some of them roles, like you
Yeah.
gotta be closer to me, but
Yeah. Well, the thing about an actor, man, you allow yourself to, to have other experiences. It's one thing to be yourself, and it's a thing to be like, yo, I seen this kind of person before. Let me figure that out, right? And then you can make it be true. You'll be surprised, like if you just let it. And you don't have to do nothing out of your mind, but you can just definitely identify with people like that. You be like, oh, I know a character that's
can
more
draw
like
from
this.
that.
It's not like me that I can hit. That's how you got to trust.
Well said, man. This is our first coffee table book with Simon & Schuster. We want to give you a hard copy, man.
Nice
Appreciate
right
you.
there.
the first podcast,
Yeah.
With a coffee table book.
Yes,
That's
sir.
dope right there.
Yeah.
you will be in the
The second edition. We're going to get you in
Oh
there.
man, I like this.
Man, that's a wrap. Cedric the Entertainer. You can catch us on All the Smoke Productions, YouTube, and the DraftKings Network, man. We'll catch y'all next week.